What's up, guys? I'm back from vacation. I'm ready to make another video for you right now, and today we're going to go over Zeedrop and a bunch of its features and why I use it, why I think it's awesome. And I promise that I'm not making a Zeedrop video just for the affiliate signups or whatever. I do have an affiliate link if you decide after this video that you finally want to start using Zeedrop because it makes your life a lot easier. Then when you sign up, I do have a coupon code in the description. It's just my name, Cameron, and it gets you a discount. It gets you a 10% discount every month after your free trial. So that's an option. I do get a little kickback for that. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'll always be honest with you. But a little bit of a discount's cool. I have to pay the full price. But let's get into it. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe if you definitely haven't already. I'm loving to see all the new subscriptions as usual. Thank you so much. So let's get into it. Zeedrop, what is it? Zeedrop is basically a listing tool, and they're adding features all the time. Now, what most of us use Zeedrop for, the primary purpose of it, the main thing you're going to use it for, is it lets you, and we'll jump in my computer here in a second, but it lets you take items from Amazon, Walmart. I mean, it's got a whole, in front of me is a whole list of marketplaces, and who knows, maybe I'll just throw that up right now. I'm on their website. There's a whole list of marketplaces right here. Primarily people use it for Walmart and Amazon, but you could use it for any of these. They should all work. And yeah, that's it. If you find a product, like let's say this guy right here, the cool thing about it is that these little buttons pop up on the screen, and they let you just, if you click that, Zeedrop in the background does all of its stuff. It opens a tab on your behalf and lets you, it pulls up this, this is where you normally would type in manual information. But then you'll notice up here next to save draft, there's a tiny little paste data button. If I click that and give it a couple seconds, it'll just do all the work for me. And you'll have to edit some of it because, it's a robot and it can't really quite understand the little nuances of what looks stupid or not. But it's even attempting to put, those are actually decent tags. Usually the tags are awful. So don't ever trust the tags they put in. Not because the product's awful, just because, it's going off of certain information. And if there's not really great tag information on an actual items post, then it's not going to know what to grab. But this is actually decent tags, honestly. Maybe they updated it. So it'll take all the photos for you and put them in. You'll want to get rid of ones like this. You don't need that. Most of the time I don't have to get rid of any photos, but sometimes you do. You're not going to want to make that your cover photo because that's not what the product is. We listed this. It's just a fire poker. And these aren't going to do you great. I might, you might just put those last, I guess, if you want to keep those. And yeah, sometimes I also have noticed that if you see up here in the corner where the thumbnail is, see how the ends of the product image are actually cut off in the corners? Sometimes you do want to just come right here and save the image, and I'll edit it or whatever to where it has some extra size on it to where it fits in the square properly. But other than that, yeah. It'll also record as much of this title as possible. This title is super unnecessary. It's, SEO purpose. It's just got a bunch of unnecessary keywords in it for Facebook's needs. So I'll always glance at this title, and you can tell it cut off wrought iron right here. It just has the IR. So I'll scroll all the way to the back, and I might even just take off this whole thing. Rust resistant black finish. Anyway, it automatically selects the quantity to 1. It puts a 20% profit margin already on it for you. That does not account for any taxes you might have to pay when you purchase it. And I'm not quite sure if it accounts for the Facebook fee. I think it's just a 20% markup on the actual listed price from Amazon or wherever you purchased it. Category, you can go in and type in your own category. You can select the condition. It always, every time I list from Amazon, it grabs this model number stuff. I always have to delete that. Most of the time I will come up here and then hit Command A, or Control A if you're on a Windows, and then Control C, and I will also just make that the first line of my thing. If you're gonna do free shipping, you know, you can type in your stuff right here, new inbox. I always just put that on mine. And then I come and separate the little bullet points. I get rid of the warranty one because I don't need to deal with crap like that. And then a lot of the times I'll just leave this and I'll delete that warranty sentence. And I'll kind of leave that as it is. I hit hide from friends. Oh, you gotta select a category. Let's just do a random category, just for the sake of speeding up. Boom, boom, boom. You know, shipping only is what I do. I do my own shipping label, and let's just say you hit 0. Now, this is not actually how I'd list this item. I would list the profit way higher, or I would add shipping. I'm just doing this for the sake of what you guys might do, because there's no way your total estimated payout is $22. Please tell me you're getting way more profit than that. You don't want to list it for that. So, you know, let's lie. Let's add $10 shipping. $32. Cool. I'm okay with that. Ugh. A little notification popped up. Okay. I don't ever let people negotiate pricing. This is new. I don't even know what that paste data thing is. Is that just the same? Okay, it's just up there no matter what. Cool. Publish. Sweet. So we're going to go back to Zeedrop, and I want to talk about what it worked. That was the basic overview of the main feature. I have some notes that I want to talk over, so let's actually go into what this looks like. So on Zeedrop, this is the front page. If you do pricing, it tells you right here, your first 7 days are free, and then it's $10 per month. With that coupon code in the description, if you enter that in, it will be $9 a month instead. So if you can choose to download that, if you hit start now, it'll just have you type in your name and stuff. If you use a coupon code, that's where you would enter the coupon code. It uses PayPal as the payment method. So, I mean, like most things like this, it uses PayPal. And it's a really basic setup. And then you're good. Let's go back. Now, I didn't know this right now. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to look into it further. But it says the benefits of using this. I don't really care about this part. But it creates cool templates for you. You can have it auto have templates to where, like, when you create a listing, you can just choose a drop down and it'll put all the info in the description you want. Like if you always have it say free shipping, or always have it say, you know, I've seen people's listings where they're like, you can buy this now by choosing the buy button. Like, I don't do that, but a lot of people do. You can have that stuff already loaded in when you just hit paste, which is kind of cool. It also says you get free use of Mega Sale Boot, an amazing research tool for finding winning products. I didn't know about that. I'll definitely look into that more, but that is once you sign up, you get access to that, I guess. But I also want to make a video talking about it because their videos on their website don't have any dialogue, and sometimes they're not super clear on what is actually happening. But yeah, you can go from all these other places right here. So when you find a product, it automatically see these extra red buttons. I've never used download in main images. I'm not really sure why you even would. If you use, let's refresh this because it already used the copy button. See how it takes a second? If you save to bulk list, that's kind of a new-ish feature. What you can do is if you want to do all your product research at once and post all at once later, instead of doing it the full process all the way through for each product at a time, you can just find something like this and hit save to bulk list. It'll do it all for you, but it won't bother opening up a new Facebook window for you. It'll just save the information. Then, let's say I wanted to also list this. Sweet, love that. I can hit save to bulk list and it will do all the work and put it on a bulk list. When you get the Chrome extension up here, if you hit that, you can go to bulk, and then you have all these things. You have everything that you've saved to your bulk list, and you can delete them if you decide you don't want them later. But you can hit select all, and then you can just hit run bulk. And then it should. Oh, there we go. It's going to do its thing. Boom, copy done. You can kind of see it working. It automatically opened a Facebook window for me for that item. Boom, paste data. And then, so I don't use bulk list ever. I'm just showing you the feature in case it's something you'd use. Then once you get done with this listing, yeah, it's going to open this guy up for you. And then it's going to auto copy and do that. So it's kind of a slow process, but then you can do all of your stuff at once rather than doing it item by item. I like to do item by item because I like to just call it quits whenever I do it, and that's it. Okay, so back to Amazon. You can also do copy to Etsy. I don't really do that ever. I don't list things on Etsy, but that's an option if that's something you do as well. Okay, let's go to Facebook. If you go to your listings, surprise, here are some of my listings. I'm going to blur some of these out though, because I want to give you guys my actual listings at the end of each month that are my top 5 sellers, not constantly throughout the month as I make videos, because I don't want to, steer you guys in the wrong direction. Also, I want to make some nice juicy profit before I give you guys all my deets. Dang. All right. So these are some new features. We have delete, and I'm on your listings page. Sweet. You have delete items cannot be renew. I didn't make this. Delete items that can't be renewed, basically. I haven't used that. I'm kind of scared to use some of these new features, to be honest with you. Delete all, I'm definitely not going to use that. I would hope that means delete all like sold out, or delete all that. Since you can't actually delete items that have already been sold, I'm assuming that will only delete things that haven't been sold, but I would hate for this to mess something up. So I don't know. Let me know if you use that feature, and maybe it'll make me feel more confident. If you check the renew status, I'm going to go ahead and do this really quick for you. What it's going to do is slowly check each item and then put it in red right here. I don't care enough about that, especially when there's a renew all button now. That should just handle that for you. I don't know why you'd care, like, oh, in this many days I can do this, like when you could just go in every day and hit renew all if you really wanted to. So, but I imagine I don't want to renew all my listings because some of them are probably priced differently and I don't want people to see them, but I don't want to go back and delete them all either. So I imagine this is going to do the same exact thing. It's going to slowly check each one and then pop up a little box saying it's been renewed. And you need to just, since I have over 100 listings, this isn't something that you want to do really quick while you're doing something else. You need to click it and walk away for a second. A lot of Zeedrop's extra features are like that. You just need to click it and let it do its thing if you're going to take advantage of that. I'm going to hit refresh so that it stops. Cool. Sweet. I got 12 orders waiting. Cool. I got a couple more orders this morning. Okay, shipping orders. This is stuff that I have recently sold. None of it's all. I might leave this up. It's nothing that I've really kept from you guys. Just know that these prices, some of them also include shipping, so don't be complaining to me like, oh, your profit margin's so low. They're not. All right. Display order details. This will bring up. I'm gonna blur this part out because it's somebody's personal information. But if you X out of these, it slowly starts bringing up the personal information here. I don't know why you'd really want that. I don't really see a benefit to this, but that's kind of the extent on the individual like Facebook and Amazon, the buttons that you get. Where the real benefit is, aside from auto listing, is in the actual extension when you click it, it auto logs you in, and you can see all the products you've listed. Again, I'm going to blur out a lot of this because I want to share with you guys my winning products at the end of each month. So don't be like, Cameron, you're not being honest. No, I'm not trying to, I'm trying to get some money, man. And then I will update you with my best sellers later on. Okay. But to be fair, even if this is blurred out, if I decide to blur this out, just know that it's raised garden beds, a toddler bed, like an actual bed, some power sprayer things, and toy cars. Like right now, that's my main stuff. And you guys should already know that based off my top 5 video that I made previously. So products. This is great because you can pull up a product. Okay, I'm going to pull up this guy right here. It's a die-cast Ford Mustang GT police car. I like that because it shows me the price and then I can just click the item if somebody bought it, and it will just open up the item for me. I've only sold one, so just know that going into this. If you're going to list this item, I've only sold one of them. Maybe I have it priced stupid. I don't know. But that's cool because then I can just come here, add it to my cart, and buy it with the customer's information. Super cool. Let's go ahead and mime that. Sure, let's go ahead and mime that really quick and see if that's something we can do. Proceed to checkout. I'm not actually going to buy this thing, but I'm going to blur some of this out because it says my personal address and stuff, of course. But what's cool is I can go over to like the Facebook stuff, and I can hit like, let's say I view this. I can hit view orders, and this is the person who bought it from me, but again, I'm gonna have to blur some stuff out. Why doesn't it bring it up? Bring it up. It's because it's already been delivered. All right, I'll do this instead. What's super cool about this is when you actually pull up an order from somebody, there's this copy address by Zeedrop, and you just hit it. You know, it doesn't really do anything that you notice, but you can just hit paste address at the top, even just if you're just about to buy something. And it's going to bring up a bunch of addresses from previous people who have bought from me. And then I just hit paste address again, and it will autofill this. And I just have to hit use address. Oh, phone number. I'll get to the phone number here in a second because that's supposed to be auto-filled in, but I cleared it so I could show you guys how to use it. Boom. Auto does that stuff. You can pick and choose if you want to, you know, what credit card and everything you want to use. And then you just hit use payment method. That's super easy because then you don't have to go copy pasting people's addresses. It just auto takes it straight from that order, and you can paste it with a button whenever you're actually purchasing the item. All right, some more features. Boom. The bulk feature. We already talked about that. You can run bulk items. I'm going to go ahead and delete those because I don't want them in there. Monitor. So this should be cooler than it is. Everybody's always asking, how do you monitor prices? Well, this is Zeedrop's way of monitoring prices. So let me do a test drive of something that probably has raised its price. Let's go ahead and do this one. It's a raised garden bed. And you can select all. I'm going to tell you right now, if you use this monitor feature and you hit select all and then you hit check prices, you're going to freak out. It's not great. I would do, if you're going to do that, you need to hit check. If you have a lot of items, if you've got like 5 things you're selling, go for it. But I'm at like 100 or so, and there's no way I'm selecting that button, because what it does is Zeedrop is going to slowly open up each of those links to each of those products in your actual browser, and it's not going to stop. Like, you have to exit out of your whole window to get it to stop. And sometimes if you got multiple tabs open, one time I was like, ooh, I'll take the tab I'm actually using out of this window, and then it can do that in the background. No, it followed me into that new tab, and I was like freaking out because it was pissing me off. But let's go ahead and hit check prices. Here's exactly what it does. It opens up the window for you. Boom. Checks everything, does everything. And then you go back to here, right? You go to monitor, scroll back down, and if you hit notifications, it will tell you what the previous price is and what the new price is. It'll say that it's in stock and when it, all the little info for it, right? Back to monitor. Here's where it's weird. So it gives you the new price, but then it lets you edit the new price, or edit the price that the thing shows. So I don't know what that, like, if it already shows me here, I don't really know what the benefit of having it here is. Maybe it's when you auto list it, like if you wanted to relist it from this link, maybe it will like go give you profit based off of that. I'm not quite sure, but that's how they monitor pricing. It does not auto change your prices in Facebook. It's kind of a clunky feature, but I guess it helps if you just want to like get up in the morning, click check prices on everything, and then like F off for like an hour, depending on how much you want to do stuff. Cool with me. This is new. It might not be new. This little VA button. Let's click it. See what happens. Title, description. Okay. I don't know. Address. I like this because you can put your phone number and address in and save it. This is the address we just copied when I was showing you something. So that's why it's blurred out. But I like this because I can just put my phone number here, and you know how a minute ago when I typed in the Amazon order, I had to enter in my own phone number. This just auto puts that in, and I can just keep hitting buttons. Some of you guys ask, do you put your own information in for the email and phone number? Yes, I do. Because I'm not going to ask the customer for that. It sounds like a pain in the ass. And you want to reduce friction for your customer. So the more things that you have to extract out of your customer when they're buying something, the more they're going to be like, ugh, this isn't worth it. So just don't do that. Templates. This is where you can go in. I think one time I tried to test some kind of template. I never used it though. So I never use templates, but this is pretty cool because you can put auto templates in there. This is a cool feature that I didn't realize until I was prepping for this video. I said recently somewhere, and this section's blurred out because it's got people's addresses, but even though I'm sure none of you guys would give a crap of people's addresses. If you're drop shipping, I'm sure you're seeing 100 addresses all the time. But what's cool is I have a spreadsheet that I put all this, like, people's names and order numbers in, because I'm like, oh man, when they buy it late, if I get 100 people ordering stuff, when I get the shipping notification and I need to go back in and enter in the tracking information, if I've got 100 of the same item and it doesn't display their name, how the hell am I going to find that person's item to update the shipping? Like it became impossible. And those of you who are getting to that level, like, you know what I'm talking about, and you will get there if you haven't already. So just be prepared for that. I didn't know that this existed. Maybe it's new, or I'm just stupid. I never really ventured into this tab before. But like, I can just click on one of these order numbers and it will pull up the order in Facebook for you. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to blur it. So just don't cry about it. No, I don't have to blur this one or as much of it, but yeah, it already brings it up for me, and then I can just hit mark as shipped and enter the shipping number automatically. So that's super convenient, and I didn't even know that was there. So that's cool. One thing in settings, this is kind of hidden. I think this should be its own tab, and I just found this too. I was always like, man, what is this random percentage Zeedrop's given me when it relists items for me? Well, I can change it here. It's 20. I'm going to always put it at like 40 or 45 to cover the taxes and Facebook fees. Or you can just hit a profit dollar amount, which is cool. I didn't know that, but now we both know that. So if I just always want to make $20 for everything I make, I would suggest doing a percentage, because if you list a $100 item versus a $10 item, you're going to kind of be all over the place there, and it's not really going to make sense. But maybe it will work for you. But I'm going to go with like 45%. You can choose one of your templates if you like. It's so cool. You can hit hide from friends so that you don't have to do that part for it. Condition, always have it do new. Availability, list as in stock or a single item. That's cool. You can auto put your quantity. So if you just want to do 5, and then you can do fixed tags. I'm not going to do that because I just do all sorts of different stuff. So this is my first time actually testing this. Let's try it. Copy to Facebook. Boom. Yeah, it did it. All right, so make sure you save the listing. Sweet. So quantity 5, it did a 45% profit for me. And then I didn't change any of the other settings really, but that is cool. Oh, and an auto hid from my friends, which I want all the time. So that's pretty cool. That is the bait. That's pretty much what we use Zeedrop for. I think it's worth the $10 a month, $9 a month if you use my coupon code. Sweet. But I mean, if you make one sale, you're pretty much, if you're listing anything high enough, I mean, you should be making enough money to cover that over and over again every day once you grow a little bit. But even if you're just small, if you sell one thing or just get $10 profit a month, $9 profit a month with the coupon code. Sorry. You should cover that easily. And I noticed that I just found it a lot easier for me to go in and list things regularly rather than actually saving each one of those photos, which is what I was doing. And some websites you can't actually click and save the photos, so you have to use like a snippet tool and do screenshots, which is stupid. And then you have to go in and copy paste everything and go back and forth, and that it literally cuts your posting time down to nothing. So that's Zeedrop, guys. I hope you learned something about this. I know it's chill a little bit. I'm not really going all in depth, and this video is probably way longer than it needs to be. But yeah, sweet. I will see you next time.